Good morning and welcome to this morning's meditation and sounding practice for working with the chakras in our body, and also extending this to the Earth Star chakra, which I believe is helps with our connection and is part of our connection to nature and to earth, of course. Okay, so the reason why I'm looking sort of from two places is I've also got my camera set up so that I can download that later onto YouTube. So if for any reason you can't find these videos on my personal Facebook page, if you're not a friend or you want to watch them again, then you can find them on my YouTube page, and the name is Ananda Star Angel. So thank you very much for joining me this morning. I know that it's probably really tempting to just nip out and go and sit in the sun, and it's an absolute wonderful thing to do. If you could bring your phone in out with you in the garden and do this out in nature, that would be really wonderful as well, because you'll be sitting in the sun, you'll be quite, have your butt on the earth, which is really brilliant, getting that connection, direct connection from your root and also your feet onto the ground. So that would be a wonderful time to practice doing some sounding with yourself as well. So even though we use the same vowel and consonant sounds this week for our chakras, there's no reason for you to try and to play and to investigate other sounds and other vowel sounds, other consonant sounds, because we're always evolving, we're constantly evolving. No one is static, and no one is always in one stage of their development. We're constantly moving, even if we're a little bit stuck at times. I mean, that's not an uncommon thing. So I feel that we really need to move our investigation into checking different things out for ourselves. And so with sound, and even if you may not be a singer, or if you're not really interested in singing, it doesn't really matter. You could do this in the bath, you could do this, you could do it quite quietly as well, and play with it and investigate what might work really well for you. So we start with we always start with a short-ish meditation, so that we prepare ourselves and we're present to our bodies. So it would be best, especially working with sound, if you can sit for the meditation, but it'd probably be best to stand when we start doing some sounding. And I really encourage you to do it with me, and to do it with this video, and you'll be able to tell that my voice sometimes, yesterday as we were going up into the throat and the third eye and the crown, it was really quite difficult to keep to carry the tone. Now perhaps that's because, well, I've got a bit of hay fever. It's come early for me this year because it's so hot, so it is affecting my throat a little bit, and I've got a slightly blocked nose. So yesterday I found the deeper, the lower tones and the vowels of o, u, there, and ha. That was fine. When I went into the e, that was when I found it a little bit tough. So things are moving and changing all the time. So you got to allow yourself as well to perhaps use this opportunity to see and to sense why there might be an issue with the sound coming through when you're concentrating on that part of your body. Perhaps there's something to, if I'm having trouble with my throat, Perhaps I'm having issues with expressing myself, honestly, which yes, it's not so much honesty. It's saying things which I think may be of benefit but may be controversial. And so I'm not really the type of person who likes to rock the boat too much, but sometimes I feel that there comes a time when I do have to say something. Okay, so if you'd like to just settle down, if you're sitting, great. Make sure your back is straight. Make sure your feet are supported. Get your feet on the ground. So if you're short like me, put a pillow underneath the feet, but so that you can also, it helps you to press down onto it, but you're also sitting comfortably. And make sure that you have enough pillows behind you so that you support your back to be straight. And just relax the shoulders. Yeah, there's one thing which I have real issues with, and it's shoulders as well. So start to focus on your breath and start to be aware of the in-breath and your out-breath. And with every in-breath, just express appreciation for all the wonderful oxygen that is entering your body, enlivening your cells, rejuvenating your cells. Keeping them lively, keeping them well. So the idea is to just slow it down and at the same time connect with all the sensations that your physical body is giving to you. So feel the heat from the sunlight. You can hear my voice, hopefully. And you have a taste in your mouth. Perhaps you can still taste breakfast, or perhaps you have a hankering for something specific for lunch. And what do you smell? Are the smells and the aromas of the flowers in your garden or the flowers in your room, are they coming into your body through the sense of smell? Can you feel your clothes on your body and your butt on your seat and your feet on the ground? So what I tend to do is I tend to work with bringing in gold light source or Christ consciousness light, which is all to do with unconditional love, acceptance, appreciation, gratitude. So if you'd like to imagine yourself surrounded by this beautiful light, and it's alive, it has a consciousness, everything has a consciousness, and its consciousness is love. And it's all around you. It's always all around us. We just sometimes don't take any notice. Okay, so imagine yourself in this huge expanse of beautiful liquid gold light, and it's moving. It's not static, it's moving. Just like everything in us is moving, so is everything else. And you can start to draw it into your body through the top of your head, through your crown, and bring it into your pineal gland. And it's in the center of your brain. And just imagine all this beautiful gold light. And if you see specks of silver or platinum or other colors, then let them merge with the gold and pour in to your pineal gland in the center of your brain. And let it merge with your pineal gland. And it pours into the pituitary gland, which is just behind the third eye, about half an inch, maybe a centimeter and an inch, just behind your the place which is between your eyebrows, your third eye. And all this gold is pouring into your brain as well, your physical brain, left and right hemispheres, into the back, the brain stem, the amygdala, the hypothalamus, into the frontal lobe, into all your brain. It's also going into the bones of your skull and all the joints. And it's beginning to pour down your spinal cord, the skeleton, the structure of your spinal cord, all the bones, all the cartilage. Ooh. And helping you to extend and keep your spine nice and long. So all this gold and platinum and silver and pinky light is pouring down all the bones of your spinal cord. And as it's doing, it's also entering the ribs. But it's traveling down, all the way down through the sacral and also into your tailbone. And it pours into all the nerves. And into all the nerves into your body, all the nerve endings into your body. This is connecting to all the nervous system in your body, all the way down to your feet, and into your hands, into the tips of the ears, into the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve, I think, returns to the brain. Very, very important, a vagus nerve, a connection. So our gut health is really, really very important. It affects how we feel and what we're thinking, what we're craving, all sorts of things. It's quite interesting, really. So with each breath, you feel what this light does to your body. What's it doing to your brain? What's it doing to your face as it's coming down into the eye sockets, into the eyes, into the ears, into the nose, the upper jaw, the mandible, the teeth, the tongue. So there are a few things to focus on. The breath and the visualization and the connection to the body. Sensing, using your 5 senses to feel any changes which may occur when you're bringing all this light in. This beautiful gold, copper, rose gold, platinum, silver, maybe pink. And it's flooded into your whole head, the skeleton, the bone structure, all the cartilage, all the joints, your tongue down into your throat, into the thyroid glands, esophagus, down into the thymus gland, your higher heart chakra, into the lungs, into the heart, and at the same time the shoulder blades, shoulders, down the arms, through all the bones, through all the tendons, all the cartilage, all the blood, all the muscles. Yeah, all the various muscles. The face has got loads of muscles. That's why we can make a lot of funny faces. And it seems that it takes fewer muscles to smile than it does to frown. So that's a good incentive to smile more, isn't it? Less wrinkles. So it's coming down all the muscles Yeah, all the nerves. So we've already done the nerves, but it's coming through the nerves again as it's coming down. The lymph, all the lymph system, and into the heart. Yeah, right down the forearms into all the fingers, the fingertips. So again, all the bones, bone marrow, blood, lymph, nerves. So into the heart, fully into the lungs. And we stop here for a moment, because what I'd like to do, which is what I've been doing for the past week, is I tend to do this as a precursor before bringing your own spirit light in, because it helps to just shake things and move, and with the vibration to move whatever toxins, physical toxins at whichever level, cellular level, subatomic level, DNA level. It helps to, what I believe that this gold light does is it helps to shift things, helps to shift all the old limiting beliefs that we may have, all the limiting thoughts, and everything which we may have learned or we may have been told from our family or ancestors or friends. So the gold light coming in, it helps to shift this, it helps to move it out really gently out of your physical body, and also transmutes it. So if it is mineral and physical and not emotional, we deal with, but with the physical toxins, they just release out from your body. So it's quite good to do some detoxing as well. So eat appropriately, and drink lots of water to help all of these get flushed out. But the movement is now being facilitated by this light and our intention. And as it's moving out from the cells, we also allow the emotions and the old thoughts which do not serve us anymore to shift. And the two things work together. When the emotions move and they shift, it helps a lot of all this other stuff in the physical level to shift and to move and to clear out of our system as well. So let's all let it be shifted out, cleared and transmuted. And all the minerals, all the physical stuff goes to wherever it needs to go, most optimum place. And the emotional stuff, the thoughts and feelings, those vibrations can be just transmuted as well. So now you bring in your pure spirit light, your unique vibration of source. Yeah, we're all source, but we are unique vibrations as well. We all have our flavor and our purpose. So you can imagine it as whatever light you want, whatever color, but it is alive. It's your consciousness. And just with each in-breath, just bring it in through the root that the gold and the silver and the copper light came in. So into the pineal, completely merging and suffusing the pineal, and it's going into the whole brain, left and right hemispheres, brain stem, into the frontal lobe, into the pituitary, into all the bones, all the nerves, all the muscles, down into the eyes. And it's much faster because the gold light has just pushed a lot of rubbish out. I was just about to say something which would be bleed. So it's pushed all of that out. So your soul light is coming in a much easier way. And the idea is to really embody and ground your soul, your pure soul, your spirit. Because everything becomes much clearer. We take hold of our sovereignty as spirit, having a human experience, and our freedom and our joy and our ability to thrive and to co-create with nature and co-create with other humans and create heaven on earth. Yes. That's what we want. Not expecting to go to heaven when we pop or die, but doing it here and now. So it's come through the entire face, the eyes, the ears, the upper jaw, the nose, the mandible, the teeth, the gums, the tongue, thyroid, down into throat, esophagus, down into the skeleton of your spine, right all the way down to the tailbone, the base of the spine, into the bones of the ribs, into the sternum, into all the nerves, the whole nerve system, all the way to the ends, in every part of the body, down to the toes and down to the fingers, the tips of the ears. Also, don't forget the hair is part of our body. So all this light goes into the hair too, in the whole body, everywhere. So it comes into the thymus. It's done the thyroid, come down into the thymus, sternum, lungs, heart, ribs, arms, down to the fingertips, muscles, joints, lymph system, tendons, cartilage, blood, veins, arteries, and the flowing blood, interstitial fluid, all the fluid between the cells, into all the cells, and they start to vibrate quite differently. Even with the gold light, starts to vibrate quite differently. So take a deep breath, and the out breath, just release anything else that needs to be released or you need to let go of, and it's goes back to where it is most optimum, or it's transmuted into gold. And so now, as this gold light coupled with copper and platinum and whatever else you brought in, it's coupled with your spirit light, and whatever color that is. Could be gold as well, could be white, could be diamond. So they spiral together as they start to go down into your stomach, into the liver, spleen, pancreas, small intestines, into all the spaces between the organs, into the kidneys, the adrenal glands, and it's starting to go into the sexual organs and the large intestines, into the hip bones, pelvis, sit bones, pubic bone, into the anus, rectum, into the bladder, into your perineum, into all the pelvic floor muscles, into the lymph system, the blood, down the legs, down the thighs, back and front, all the cartilage again, into the knees, into the bones, the marrow, blood, lymph, down into the ankles and the heels, anchoring the heels into the ground, into the arches, the balls of the feet and the toes. So as you breathe in, you're breathing in all this light. And if you burp or fart, that's because things are moving in your body, and it's fine. And now we take this light, the twining and the twinning of Source and your spirit. And if you need to move or sway, please go ahead. And they start to move down from your root chakra, as well as from the feet down into the Earth Star chakra, which is about a foot below your feet in the ground. Someone said it's soul template connection, but I also believe it's our connection to Earth. And so we take this twinning light and we suffuse the Earth Star Chakra with this light, source and our spirit. And as it suffuses it, and you may see your Earth Star Chakra as any color which pops into your mind now. Go with what you perceive. Some say that it's quite earthy color, and you can go with that if you like, or you can go with something different. Mine seems to come through as a turquoise in a silver or white light, so I'll work with that for the time being, and if it changes to something else, then I'll work with that. Start to trust your own perception. It's very easy to be lied to when you trust yourself and you hone your intuition and you hone your own perception. So transfer this beautiful light, the twinning of source and your spirit down through all the layers of earth, all the physical and energetic layers of earth, and take it down and down. It spirals down as it keeps going down. And as we approach and as it approaches the center, the core of the planet, you can feel Mother Gaia coming up, reaching out towards us as we send this energy down towards her. And she takes us into her arms. And she tells us how much she loves us. And how proud she is of us. And how much she cherishes us. So you can anchor that twining light, that spiraling light, into the core, the physical core, which some people say is a crystalline core, the physical core of the planet, or you can connect to the energetic core of the planet. You can connect to both if you like. It's fine. Do what your intuition suggests at the moment. And then Gaia sends her energy spiraling up around what we've sent and anchored down. And it comes through, and her love comes through all the layers of earth, all the physical and the energetic layers of earth, coming up, up, up through that beautiful spiraling light that we've sent down. And her light comes, and it can be any color you perceive it to be. Could be quite dark, could be dark, could be brown, could be black, could be pink, whatever, just go with it. And it fuses with the Earth Star Chakra. And then it comes up the feet, comes up the legs, fuses and merges with the bones, the muscles, the tendons, the cartilage, the lymph, the nerves, the blood, muscles, and it comes up through the knees, through the thighs, into the hip bones, pubic bone, into the root chakra at the base of the spine, comes up the spine from the tailbone all the way up the physical spine to the base of the head, the occipital region. And it also enters all the nerves in your spinal cord, your whole spinal cord, and into all the nerves and the nerve endings throughout your whole body, to the vagus nerve as well, going back to the brain. So with each in-breath, all this is happening, all this is facilitating this beautiful light from Gaia coming up towards us into our body. And so it's coming into the hip bones, the marrow, the joints, cartilage, into the perineum, the muscles, the joints, into the bladder, into the sexual organs, into the large intestines, and then rising up to the kidneys, adrenal glands, into the small intestines, the liver, the spleen, the pancreas, into all the cells, into the small intestines, into the stomach, and it's rising up the lungs, into the heart, thymus gland, into the rib cage, the physical rib cage, into the marrow, into all the spaces between the organs, down into the cells, down into the atomic level, into all the spinning electrons and the neutrons, protons, into all the DNA, shunting out anything which is attached to the DNA which is not ours, any proteins from other life forms, physical or energetic, transmutes, clears and transmutes it, and it goes to wherever it needs to go, or gets transmuted into gold. So it's coming down the arms, right to the tips of the fingers, blood, muscle, bone, bone marrow, nerves, lymph, especially the armpits. You have lots of lymphs around the armpits and into the arms. So it rises up, thyroid gland, the throat, esophagus, tongue, and it starts to merge with the skull, the bones of your head, mandible, teeth, gums, upper jaw, cheekbones, ears, and all the nerves in the head, the eye sockets, into the pituitary, into the pineal, into the amygdala, the hypothalamus, the limbic system, left and right hemisphere, frontal lobe, pineal gland, suffuses, completely merges with it, and then it goes up, out, into space. So I hope that you sense a little difference in your body. I know it takes about 20 minutes to do this, but it's actually a really good thing to do. So yawning is also helping to shift stuff, so go ahead. Take a few deep breaths. So we work with an octave lower. Ho, ho for the root, hu for the sacral, ho for the solar plexus, ha for the heart, hi for the throat, hey for the third eye, hi or I for the crown. Oh, so we go up a tone with each of the chakras, starting from the base. So we start off with the ones which are in the physical body. And then when we reach our crown, we will also work with our earth star, which I think is long neglected. Okay, so we sound each sound 3 times, and I'll start each chakra and each set of sounds with saying 1, 2, 3, take a deep breath, and there's no point doing it for the other 2 times for that chakra. And then when I move up to the next chakra, I'll say 1, 2, 3, take a deep breath, and then you just release your sound. Okay, if it's too high for you, please use a different tone to start off with. And if it goes too high, just feel free to change the tone. Okay. Ho. Okay, so make sure you're on your feet and you're nicely grounded. Your back is straight, shoulders are relaxed. And as we sound, we focus on that part of the body. So the root would be the base of the spine. Sacral is below your belly button in the sexual organs. It's easier for women because it's the womb. Solar plexus is above your belly button but below your diaphragm. Then the heart is practically where the physical heart is. Throat will be the middle of your throat. Third eye is just between your eyebrows. And then crown. Okay? So, ho. Okay, so root to start off with. If you want to do a visualization and imagine the color, traditionally people say it's red. If you see it as a different color, go with it. If you see it as a ball of light, maybe about that big or bigger, whatever, you can do that, and you can spin it clockwise in relation to yourself or counterclockwise. Clockwise is the masculine, counterclockwise is the feminine, but we'll not be doing it. It just takes quite a bit of time. I'd like to just focus on bringing the sound through with you, but if you'd like to visualize that and activate your chakras in that way with a visualization, please go ahead. Okay, so focus on the root, base of the spine, perineum. You can draw your perineum in if you like. That would probably help to hold the sound better. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, take a deep breath. Ha, Sorry about the funny tone change. Who is the next one? So sexual organs below the belly button. 1, 2, 3, take a deep breath. Who? Hold for the next one in the solar plexus, and just give it a moment. Okay, 1, 2, 3, take a deep breath. Hold for the solar plexus. for the heart. Take a few deep breaths. Ground if you need to. Sometimes the sound becomes a bit sonic, or just takes on a different quality. So throat is hi. Yes, King. My dog always likes. Okay, I'll pick you up. Say hello to everyone. So rest in your heart. I have to put you down to sound, otherwise I'll blast your ears, which won't be very good. Here you are. Good boy. Stay there. So for the throat, hi. So 1, 2, 3, take a deep breath. Hi. High for me. Up. Hey. That's for third eye. So 1, 2, 3, take a deep breath. Hey. 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 And I'm using the same tone for the crown because I can't go up any higher, as you can tell. Yeah, I'm gonna go down a bit lower. It's a bit too much for my throat at the moment. So if you need to shift down, please go ahead. Okay? So take a deep breath. And perhaps use your intuition to sense what the tone needs to be for your crown. Okay, so go with the flow. Take a deep breath. How does your body feel when you do this? Yeah, how does it feel? What's it saying to you? What's it relaying to you? Do you smell something different? Do you taste something different? Do you sense a change in temperature? Do you tingle? Is there a change in how you may be vibrating? If you feel pressure in a part of your body, that's fine. You need to send it some love, perhaps over the next few breaths or after this. You need to sit with it. And if it persists for a long time, you need to see your doctor. So something surfaced for you to take notice and to take care of. Okay, none of this will make you sick. It's not something which will make you sick. Basically, we've got this perhaps issue in our body already, and when we go into meditation or when we take some time out and when our muscles begin to loosen, sometimes that's when we really sense we've been holding something in, or we've been pushing something down, or we've been clenching our muscles overly, or we've been completely ignoring pain in a part of our bodies. So now might be the time to face up and go and get some help. Most of the time it shifts within a day. So drink lots of water. Make sure you put your hands on that part of your body and imagine sending it lots and lots of love with each breath that you take. Each in-breath you can take in gold light. Each out-breath you're sending pinkish purple light or gold light to that part of your body. So now we're just going to work with the Earth Star Chakra, which is below the feet. And I'd like to use Ma, and use whichever tone works for you. I'll probably start as Ma, so it's not too high or not too low for me. I don't know what my throat's going to go. And if you feel like you need to break into a tune or into light language or whatever you think, and maybe if you think it's gibberish, then please go with it. Go with what you feel you need at this time. Play with it. No one's there to tell you it's wrong, and I would never tell you it's wrong either. So it's time to start working with ourselves and exercising our own intuition and honing it. So if you take your focus to the area below your feet, to this bright star, your Earth Star Chakra, and if you'd like to just imagine focusing your sound or your breath there. So once again, it's 3 times. If you do it just once and you feel that's enough, then stop. If you feel you need to sing, please do. So 1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath. So just be aware of all the sensations that your physical body is giving to you. Feel heat or cool on your skin. Feel your feet on the ground and feel your back nice and straight. Feel your body. Can you taste anything? Can you smell anything different? Do you feel any different? So I really hope that this has helped you in some way. And thank you so much for joining me. And if you do need help, I do one-on-one sessions with sound healing, with gong, with energy, and I also help people with coaching too. So if I can assist you in any way to achieve more joy in your life and to thrive, then I would be honored. But have a wonderful day no matter what you do, and I really hope that you do get some sunshine and get a bit of time out in nature, strengthening your connection with source, with all that is, with energy and with all this wonderful life around us. And that you're clear and able to focus on what you want to create, which I'm sure will be beautiful and full of joy and full of light. So thank you for joining me, and I hope that you join me again tomorrow for another session like this. I know that perhaps this week might have been a little bit dull because we're doing the same thing each day, but it's been a brilliant discipline for me. And yes, it's almost an hour, sorry. I try to keep it to half an hour, but it always goes over half an hour. But it's just a great discipline for me, and it helps to set up the rest of the day with the energy that I like and that I want, which is love, clarity, joy, appreciation, gratitude. Okay, thank you, and namaste, and see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye for now.